Um, but yeah, I kind of wanted to start this. I almost don't even know why I wanted to do this. I guess like I wanted to talk about the whole Charlie Kirk assassination and just this whole fucking week, really. And I think part of it is just because like it kind of like just for me like started with the that Irina Zarutska murder, where she was stabbed on that light rail or whatever it was, and seeing the video of that and everything, and just how fucking horrific that was. And then you know I mean, what was it, like 2 days later, Charlie Kirk was shot, and that was fucking horrific. um and I don't know, I just like, I guess, like over the last 3 or 4 days, I've just been kind of like trying to work out like why I'm so affected by it all. You know what I mean? And um, I, I don't know. Like it's just, I mean, it's horrible. Like the whole thing is fucking horrible. I mean, it's like on, a bunch of different levels. Um, but I feel like I've never really um experienced this in my life before. Like, I mean, and part of it could have been like, the back to back sort of violence, or I don't know, but it's like the day that Charlie Kirk got shot, when he got killed, I didn't sleep like hardly at all that night. um and I kind of like, I attributed it to, I was doing what a lot of people were doing, and I was just kind of like on social media and like just in shock at not only what had happened, but the fucking disgusting reaction from a lot of people. You know what I mean? Um, people are supposed to be like my countrymen and my neighbors, and it was just like, I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Because it's social media, so like part of you is like, oh, it's probably like, how like when the sort of like libs of TikTok kind of shit, it's like, they're showing the same, you're seeing the same three clips over and over again from the same type of account. So it's like, they make it seem like it's more widespread than it is sometimes in some instances. And at first I was like, maybe it's just that. But then it was like I would see another one and another one and another one, and comments and likes and this and that, and over and over and over again, and they were all different. I wasn't seeing the same two things over and over again, or the same video clip or the same comment or whatever. No, it was like hundreds, and then it was thousands, and I was just like, this is fucking insane. Like, what is going on? Um, like, I started to feel like, am I fucking crazy? Like, um, and it's like, I'm not like I was never like a Charlie Kirk fan or anything. I don't, and it's not because like, oh, like I disagree with him and blah blah blah. It's just like, I'm 43 years old, right? Like I'm not his audience. You know what I'm saying? Like his audience was college kids and like younger people, you know what I mean? That was the whole sort of point of like what he did, was to go out and speak to college kids and try and change minds, and have a discussion and whatever. And I it's just not, I don't, whatever. I'm 43. Like I'm not the, I'm not interested in watching a bunch of college kids debate. So it has nothing to do with him. I just never watched his stuff because it's not something that I'm necessarily interested in. But I'm aware enough. I know like who a lot of these people are and whatever, and like, I you could tell he was a good dude. He was just like a Christian dude. He had a family, whatever. He's on the right. He's conservative. But here's the thing, and this part I already understood. He was like the most moderate, like milk toast fucking conservative that you could come across. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not like anything he was saying was like over the top and fucking shocking. So the idea that these people are literally dancing on this man's grave, who is a father and a husband, and was just horrifically fucking murdered in front of everybody, and they're celebrating this shit. I think the reason like I'm so affected by it is that it kind of scared me. I think, um, because it's like this guy is so like not controversial. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit he's not saying is not like crazy. Like I know like super far right views, like, and he didn't have like super far right views. So I think that's part of the thing too that like really terrified me. And then, just the lack of any sort of empathy or whatever for his family, and like, just these horrible things that people are saying. And um I don't know. I literally didn't practically sleep for like 2 days. And like I said, that first night, it was kind of like I attributed it to just being on social media like everybody else and whatever. But then the next night, I couldn't sleep either. And I think that that's when it really, kind of started to hit me that, I don't know where we are. Like, what the fuck is going on in this country? You know what I mean? Like, um, the like the fucking way that people just dehumanize each other is it's fucking awful. It's horrific, and like, um, I don't know how anybody could see that fucking video and not be like, that was fucking horrific. Like, it's one of the most horrific things I've ever seen in my life. Like, um, especially because he's just like, again, this guy wasn't like a fucking evil person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's crazy. Clearly, these people have never actually watched anything that he's done. And I did that. I did a lot. I went back and I watched a lot of his stuff because I wanted to see, like, like, because there's these clips that they play out of context and whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch the whole thing. And I did that for almost everything where they're like, well, he said this and he said that. Literally, there's nothing the man ever said that was like that inflammatory. Like, it's crazy. These people are fucking insane. Um, but anyway, and the Arena Zarutska, getting murdered too, like in the same week, and it's like this sort of like just back to back violence, and then you're seeing this shit like coming out of fucking Palestine all the time, these videos, and it's just like this constant just like stream of like violence. And I think it's like it's sort of like I feel like I hit my breaking point with this shit, and it's like I just like I can't fucking take this shit anymore. It's like it's just all like too dark, and I don't have answers to any of this. I don't think anybody really has answers to any of this shit that's going on. But I just, and that's kind of like I said, I wanted to take some time here at the top to just kind of talk about it because it's like I don't even know like why, like I can't figure out like why like I'm sort of like feeling some of the things I'm feeling, but it's just like I just feel sick, and maybe part of it is because I'm a father, I'm and a husband as well, and it's like I think about his wife and his kids, and they got to grow up without a dad, and it's just like I don't know, it's just so it's fucking awful. And the idea too that like it, people talk about free speech and the First Amendment and stuff, and it's like, I mean, this is one of the greatest attacks on free speech we've ever seen. I mean, literally all the guy did was debate, and they fucking killed him for it. I mean, I can't think of a greater attack on free speech than literally killing someone for it. And I'm a musician, I'm an artist. It's like I find that abhorrent. It's fucking horrible. Um, I mean, I feel like killing anybody, any murder is horrible, but it's like, the reasoning behind this just, sort of makes it, even worse. And it's like, the idea that like, they wanted this coward that fucking did it because, they think that they're gonna, they want to shut down discourse, you know what I mean? And like scare people from, you know, saying the things that they want to fucking say, and I think that's pretty fucked. Um, but yeah, it's just something's like wrong, you know what I mean? And it's like you get this sense of like uh like I'm not even like a a big religious person, like I'm agnostic, but it's like you do get this sense, like you see these videos of these people like celebrating and stuff, and it's like there literally is no other word for it other than like these people are fucking demonic. Like it's you know people joke about the whole CERN thing. Remember when people were like, oh, like fucking CERN like opened the gates to fucking hell at some point or whatever, and it's like, well, maybe they fucking did. I don't know, because these people like I've never seen people react this way or like act this way before, like so many too at once, and it's like it's fucking horrifying. And the thing that freaks me out, I think what scares me too is, like I said, like he was like somebody that was just, in my opinion, was pretty moderate. You know what I mean? Like there's some, believe me, there are people that are like far right that freak me out too, but it's like he was not one of them. And the fact that like they want him dead and they're happy that he's dead, if it scares me, because it's like, well, I mean, there's some beliefs that I hold that are the same as his, and I'm not even conservative. You know what I mean? So it's like, so you want me dead too? Like that's fucking crazy. Like what are we doing? Like what the fuck are we doing? Like really? This is insane. Like this is like some fucking like banana republic third world fucking country shit. Like what the fuck is going on? This is the United States of America. This is insane. Um so, I don't know. And part of me too, like I've talked about this before with like social media and like algorithms and all this kind of shit, and I've talked about it in a sort of like selfish way, because it's like I always joke that like I'm shadow banned on X or whatever, and you know only like the clickbait rage bait type shit gets pushed to the top that people see, and they don't see there's nothing organic anymore and whatever. And it's like, well, maybe part of the fucking problem is like when are people going to hold these social media companies responsible for these fucking algorithms that are just pumping this fucking dark shit into people 24/7 all day long? You know what I mean? It's like, if we're not seeing like like the most violent fucking shit. They were showing a video, like I saw a video of some guy in fucking Dallas, Texas, get his fucking head cut off, and then the guy fucking kicked the head across a parking lot. Like that was just on my fucking feed, like on X. Like I wasn't looking for it. It was on my like just whatever, just like on the feed. There was literally a video of a guy cutting a guy's head off in front of his wife and kid, and then kicking the fucking head across a parking lot. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is this on my feed? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and I see a lot of the, like, sometimes I'll see the extreme shit from the left and the right. I see this stuff, and it's like, it again, like I'm fucking 43, like I'm set in my ways. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's fucking like gonna radicalize me. Like I am who I am. Like I've been this way forever. I'm not changing. But I can see how like somebody who's like in their 20s or whatever, like this fucking guy, that this shooter, that killed Charlie Kirk. I mean, this guy was clearly radicalized, and from what we can tell, like he was clearly like a creature of the internet. Just like this fucking shooter, the guy that shot up that fucking Catholic church, or was it a Catholic church? I don't know. He killed those fucking kids, right? That guy was an accelerationist fucking psycho, but he was like clearly a fucking creature of the internet. Like these people are terminally online, and they're just getting radicalized. And it's like, a lot of it is, it's like, when are we going to hold these social media companies accountable for their fucking bullshit algorithms? Because it's like, they're just like, clearly the algorithms are showing people what they're trying to keep them on these apps, right? So like if they're engaging with certain, like, I know that that's how it works, because when my kid was getting into Dragon Ball, and I talked about Dragon Ball a couple times, like I was, looking at Dragon Ball things for my kid, whatever. Literally for like a month, it felt like all I saw on X was Dragon Ball shit. That's all I saw. And it was fine, it was cool, like whatever, like it was fun seeing all the Dragon Ball stuff and whatever. But it's like, clearly they're like, it's just showing me that because that's what I had most recently looked at more than anything else. So it was just showing me that. Now, that's not going to radicalize me, but like, again, think about these like younger people that are on social media, and it's like they go down a rabbit hole, and then it's like that's all they're fucking seeing. Like, I don't know, like, where's the responsibility for these from these social media companies with this algorithm shit? It's just pumping people full of fucking hate and the darkest shit, and it's not good. Like, it's not healthy. I think it results in what we've seen like the last week. um so I don't know. I mean, what the fuck do I know? I'm just some guy. Like, I'm just a guy in a band, like, whatever. I dropped out of high school. Like, I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, I just wanted to talk about it at the top here, just because, like, almost for myself in a way, because it's like, to talk these things out, sometimes it's like I can kind of, figure things out in my head. And it's like, I think it just, like, it's affected me because it scared me. And it's just, I feel bad for his family. And I'm shocked. I think, like, I knew that a lot of people on the left, kind of were the way that they were, whatever. But, like, I didn't know that, like, this sort of, like, you know, hatred, like, ran that deep, and was that just everywhere. Like, it's fucking, I mean, it's like you're seeing like teachers and nurses, and yeah, and that's the other thing too, is it's like all these fucking people that are just like in these like healthcare professionals, and you know what I mean, the kind of people that are supposed to be like, helping you, doctors and shit. And it's like they're celebrating the fact that somebody got fucking murdered. You know what I mean? It's like I'm like, fuck, I don't ever want to go to the fucking doctor again. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have that little empathy for a human being, how the fuck are you in the medical field? How are you a nurse? You're a nurse. You're supposed to like care about people. Like, I don't know. It's just the shit shocks me. Um, I don't understand it. And yeah, it's terrifying, man. It's terrifying, and it's just, again, it's him. It's that girl that got fucking murdered. It's, you see all this shit from fucking all these like horrible things coming out of Palestine, and it's violence fucking worldwide, and it's like I just don't know what's happening. Like, I can't wrap my brain around it, and it's like the fact that people can't just disagree anymore and not want to actually kill each other is a problem. Like, that, when we've gotten to a point where we can't have disagreements and just believe different things and leave each other in peace, and we're killing each other, like, we got to have a serious talk and like figure this out. You know what I mean? Because it can't go on like this. It's only going to get worse unless, you know everybody takes a deep breath and figures this out. And I have to the credit of people on the right, I will give them credit for the fact that, like, all this shit happened and there was no violence afterwards. There wasn't riots in the streets. Nobody was setting fucking cars on fire. They weren't burning down buildings. Like, none of that. There was vigils, and all of that stuff was really nice to see. So I will totally give the right credit for that. There was no violence afterwards, and hopefully that can continue, because the only way that we're going to figure this out is if we just start to talk about it, and not be fucking assholes to each other, and especially not kill each other over having different fucking opinions. um that's fucking crazy. So, but yeah, I don't know, I guess, I'll end up rambling, so I'll stop it. Just basically, I just wanted to say, like, I just, I'm sad. I'm sad for my country. Um, I feel fucking sick about this shit, um, and I'm honestly scared. Like, it scared me. The reaction to a lot of this from the left. Um, and again, this is coming from somebody that I'm not on the right or the left. I'm just a dude in a band. Like, I'm not like, whatever. But it's, yeah, we gotta We got to figure something out. So, um, but anyway, let me put my audio on here and I'll wrap this up. But you know, I did want to do this though, just so I know I don't have like a huge audience, but I'm sure that the people that do, everybody saw what happened, and I just wanted people to know that like they're not alone. If they're feeling weird about this, and like they like, again, like if they're like me and they can't even figure out like why they're feeling what they're feeling or whatever, it's like you're not alone. I think everybody's kind of like, holy shit, this is fucking crazy. So I just wanted to do this so like everybody knows like you're not alone. Like the shit's fucking crazy. The world is fucking crazy right now. So I don't know. I don't have the answer, but um anyway.